Details. We have some breaking inputs coming in, and we're being told that Gotabaya Rajapaksa will now go to Singapore from Maldives. So the Sri Lankan president Gotabaya Rajapaksa is on move. His next stop will be Singapore. From Maldives, he would be leaving for Singapore. That's the update coming in. As far as developments, political developments in Sri Lanka are concerned, he has reaffirmed that he is going to step down. Earlier, he had said that he won't resign till he and his family gets a safe passage. Now news coming in that he would be leaving for Singapore. Let's quickly take a look at all the ground reports that we have so far.
Yes, Sati, we are reporting from Colombo, and the situation has certainly gone out of our control. And as you can see, these are the tear shells which is being fired by the local police and the para-commandos who are trying to control the situation, and more deployment is also being moved towards. The stones which are being pelted from the protesters' side. There are thousands of protesters who have come here, and in the visuals you can clearly see that how these protesters are attempting to, attack a location because they know that Ranil Wickremesinghe could be swearing in as the new president of, Sri Lanka, and to oppose that, this is a massive escalation which has started. All these security personnel are wearing their tear masks. The chief of the staff is already here. There have been plenty of tear shells which is being fired on the protesters who are attempting to march here. The situation has certainly gone out of control, and there you can see these vehicles are slightly moving back. The Sri Lankan police officials are on the ground trying to control the crowd. There's a human chain which is being formed. Pankaj would zoom in. Pankaj, you zoom in and show that how thousands of protesters have been coming here. We have just sent a ground report from the location where those protesters have marched from the Gulf face, and they came here. They wanted to move towards the residence, private residence of the Prime Minister of the country, Ranil Wickremesinghe, but the police officials have so far managed to control and stop them. But the big question is that what is going to happen next? Because we are talking about this house, Pankaj. This is the next target of these protesters after conquering the president's house, after conquering the prime minister's house. This is the next location where you can see, the security personnel are moving inside. All these protesters can stop. What we can see that these people want to siege the new location for where there is a deployment which has been done. Ranil Wickremesinghe, who is supposed to become the new president of the country, is something which these protesters have been not agreeing to. Look at the crowd. Look at the huge crowd which is marching towards the location of the Prime Minister's house. There are only few security personnel, the commandos who are here. But at this juncture, certainly, it's not possible for the police officials also to stop this kind of gathering, the crowd which has marched. Please play out the ground report where we spoke to one of the organizers and what he had to say while these protesters were marching towards this location near the Royal College. So the situation has certainly gone out of control. Gotabaya Rajapaksa has left the country. The protesters are angry that they don't want Ranil Wickremesinghe to be the new interim president. There is a massive amount of anger which is coming out from the protesters who are right now demanding that Ranil should not become the president of the country. So certainly you can see they are pushing. It's a show of strength which is happening in between the Sri Lankan police, the para-commandos, and these protesters, and someone also threw water bottles on these police officials. It will be very important that whether these police officials can actually look at the force. The crowd has just managed to push these police personnel who had formed this human chain. It was a fight in between hundreds of police personnel and those thousands of protesters who have managed to break this human chain. The police officials have somewhat agreed. It appears that the war which was being fought, the tug of war in between the police officials and the protesters, have gone totally out of control. The police have fallen. The buses are, the water cannon buses are going back. It's being moved back. And this layer of barricade has also been broken away by these angry protesters who won large number. Look at the visuals. It's a very, unprecedented move by these protesters. Another tear shell being fired. So the police has moved to another location. The moment these protesters are moving here, close to them, more and more tear shells are being fired on them. The police is being pushed away. These protesters are telling not to attack the police buses. Look at them. They are saying not to attack the police buses, but to move ahead. What it appears that there would be a siege to the parliament. They have one of the police personnel who was using and running this water cannon bus has also joined the protest. People are thumping in. Look at this police person. ये वो पुलिस वाले हैं जो इस वाटर कैनन बस को चला रहे थे और इन्हें वहां से हटा दिया गया. एक तरीके से इन्होंने भी इन प्रदर्शनकारियों के सामने अपने घुटने टेक दिए और अब ये उनके साथ होके आगे की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं. टाइम्स के दर्शकों के लिए ये एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें हम श्रीलंका के सड़क से दिखा रहे हैं, जहां आप देख सकते हैं कि अब हो सकता है कि ये सारे के सारे प्रदर्शनकारी पार्लियामेंट का घेराव करें.
We'll keep on getting you more such reports from Sri Lanka. For the moment, a quick break on the broadcast.